TBI League Season 4, we will go over to the ban phase. First ban coming in, Kirkaholics on the defense. Peek and Panic on the attack. First ban's going to come out will be Blitz and Mira. We do follow the Pro League ban rules, so there will be 2 bans for each team to start off each half. Shield ban makes sense for Kirkaholics. Cryptid, Dilly both like to play lots of shields. And Flores, an interesting ban for Chalet. Not a typical ban, but a very powerful operator on Bar Gaming, which is the first site we're going to be going to. Clash going to be picked up by Nick, a very powerful op on the top of the staircase. Blue Stairs, that power position, which is why they banned the Flores. Clash going to be in play for these next 3 rounds. We'll see if it's going to be pivotal and if the attack is going to want to ban Clash as their 3rd ban. Mira and Azami for the attackers. Very, very common bans. Let me just make sure everything is pulled up correctly. Ooh, I just pulled it up on the wrong monitor. Okay, everything looks all good. Map 1 going to be Chalet. That is Peek and Panic's pick. So therefore, Kirkaholics chose to start on the defense. Oh, Twitch, stop. Please. Twitch is giving me troubles. I can't see the chat. Now I can see the chat. Nick immediately hopping on the cameras here. Remember to shoot your defaults. We do have Dilly immediately pushing K9 Balk with this shield. Cryptid entering through West Main basement. They do know the Clash is here. So they're going to have to deal with it because of the new shield break rules. Blackbeard is not going to be the shield you want to be taking the fight against the Clash. The Clash will knock back the shield and reveal his whole body to any defenders who wish to do damage. Or if Clash chooses to place her shield, Clash herself can shoot Dilly. Yeah, we see Dilly just trying to bait out Clash a little bit right now. There are plenty of Wamai discs all upstairs to protect all 3 of these players. So it is going to take either a lot of util or a lot of coordination. We see that it looks like it's largely a overtake. We have players taking 45. Ash pushed all the way up, and Flippy as well on the Twitch. Twitch going to push all the way up to Blue Stairs, going to get all the way up to the Clash. Able to shoot the shield, but not able to do any damage. One player below in game spots Flippy, but unable to do any damage. Players walking up Blue. Tucks the gunfight, and loses it to Flippy in the DMR. It is all up to Mexican Stealth now in sight, has to ace, not going to be able to do so. Flippy shuts him down, and it is a nearly flawless round for the attack. Peek and Panic. There is no game audio. Let me fix that. Okay, should be game audio now. Let me just make sure everything is correct. Okay, everything else looks correct. I just forgot to turn on the game audio.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can
Second site going to be basement. They did not win that first defense. They can go back if they so choose. Mexican Stealth being the site player, only one getting kills that round for the defense, means that the defense largely thinking that there are some more problems than just one or two misplays in the round. There was largely nothing to watch 45 there in that round. So therefore, 45 was the gap. The attack saw the gap and was able to immediately use the Twitch to pinch the Clash. Clash was one of the last players alive, but due to the pressure coming up blue, the other two players were taken down. Thankfully, I think I noticed the game audio was off pretty early on. We see Flippy bringing along, once again, a F2 wielding operator. Last time he played Twitch DMR, now he's playing Solid Snake. Solid Snake able to largely just clear upstairs all by himself. They have Yuri and Dilly on the hard breach together. Cryptid on this Amaru. I think largely going for this for the guns. Not quite the util. I'm interested to see if we will be able to Amaru anything. I do not think that there's really any good Amaru strats on the site, although opening up the hatches and then Amaruing through the hatches is a choice. He knows that there is one on his blue. Cax can choose to just fall off the flashbang. Archangel is going to die first in this round to Sharp from Fireplace main stairs, looking down into the site and into the basement. All this while into Wine is opened. Player blue is not going to spot Flippy, able to just get out of there in time. I think that was awful timing on Gibbs' part, looked away right as Nick swung and saw the player running back up blue. All of site is open with 70 seconds left, so the attack has plenty of time to execute. They have man advantage. It's all down to whether the defense is going to be able to play their power positions remaining. And if the attack can find the remaining gaps. Dilly going to open up this Wine wall. He does a little bit of damage to himself, but does not want to be insta-killed by that pipe. Another player dead from the vert. Sharp able to get a second in the round. Flippy able to take one down as well. Cax finally with the first four. Kirkaholics Flash with the shield down, able to get one back as well. Not able to get the ram into sight. Cax the only one remaining in blue hall. 30 seconds on the clock. Attackers have case in hand. Sharp, unfortunate timing with the util out as he tries to plant. Able to spot the planter and able to take the head off of the planter. 1v2 now with 15 seconds on the clock. Cryptid picks up case and able to take down the Goyo. And I will be right back in just 1 second.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Okay, I think I might be getting another phone call soon. We'll see. Defense almost bringing things back there in that round. 15 seconds left on the clock in the 1v2. Could have very easily gone in favor of the defense. This is not a third-party tournament, by the way. This is TBI League. in the TBI Discord, you can find out all of the information about our league. We are currently in the middle of a season, so you would be added to the sub pool most likely if you want to join. Nick able to get a first pick upstairs in Solarium. Gonna try and fall back, is able to fall off. And possibly going to be able to just rotate all the way back down West Main. Does not know if anyone's playing his Archangel. Able to get a recoil headshot. Nick able to get a second on the main stair, or sorry, on the fireplace door to the outside. 5v2 now, as the basement seems to be going a lot better this second time around. 2 hard breachers remaining of Dilly and Yuri both together on this wine side. Wary of a flank, as Cax is still upstairs, Archangel is still upstairs, and with Hatch being open, this is a very, very difficult position for the remaining 2 attackers. They're going to have to deal with this Hatch player, most likely, if they want to do anything. Dilly left in a 1v5 now, whiffs on the player upstairs, and it is a flawless round for Kirkaholics. A few whiffs for both sides, but in the end, Peek and Panic end up with a flawless round. Final bans will come out for the side of Peek and Panic's attack. They do choose to get rid of the Clash. They did win both of the rounds that the Clash was brought, but it is an annoying operator to deal with. And Bravo banned for the defense, probably for a very similar reason to the Flores ban. I'm gonna see if I can answer this call real quick.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Okay, I am back. It is a minute and 15 seconds into the round. Upstairs still yet to be cleared. Dilly with both of his nades out, going to be able to get this shield finally. Gibbs spotted out, Cax choosing to fall off of ranked window. This time 45 is not the gap, and Flippy gonna pay the price from one of the blue stairs players. Nick does a lot of damage to Flippy, finally able to take one down. Yuri traded back for taking Gibbs' life. Upstairs control secured by the attack, but at the cost of 1.5 bodies and a lot of util. Flippy knows that there's one player most likely downstairs. The player blue tries to swing and take his head off at 1 HP. Flippy does not want to take that engagement, chooses to peel off and go back to 45. Archangel is here still. Nick gonna take a lot of damage as well. Dilly takes some pellets to his shield. Archangel can choose to fall back. They have one player ranked window, one player lower blue. This is all Mexican stealth on site. Cax able to pick up one from ranked window. Dilly is going to run down this player inside a stock, able to shoot the feet, able to take him down. Sharp knows the player's ranked window, but the defense able to pull things off. Kirkaholics able to pull out a second defensive round. Cax calling Sharp so bad when he is 4-2. Well, they're both 4-2, I guess. Cax, you did one thing, one round, and yeah, please. Some chatter in the chat. Are you slow?
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
All right. If I was a betting man, I'd put money that Cax is trying to get the stream banned. Dilly putting himself. Hold on. Dilly putting himself on shield this whole game, so that way he's not going off too hard on this team. If Dilly had a real gun in his hands, he'd probably be going 12-3 instead of 0-3. He did have. So we see Flippy and Dilly both playing shields, drumming through the basement, making sure everything is clear downstairs. They spot the Jaeger playing. Sorry, they spot the Jaeger playing on Solarian staircase. With the even split so far, it's most likely going to be this round that decides things. The player runs up solar, Flippy does miss both of them. Yuri sends out his Gene Candelas. It looks like this is going to just be a complete solar take, as Sharp is still on the other side. They both take 45. Flippy put down to very low HP, but 2 defenders are killed in the process. Dilly going to plant, but 1 player above, able to take him down. Nick has coverage on the case. Archangel down leaves us in a practical 3v3. Does not know the player is Vines, takes a rough swing. Flippy able to get the case down. It's all down to stealth once again in a clutch moment. Cryptic glitch with, I believe, 3 kills. Yeah, 3 kills in the round to back up his talking in chat to Cax. Shuts down all upstairs. And of course, chatter follows in chat. Okay.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Taxi typing, alright. Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. We have Dilly and Gibb both yet to find the scoreboard. Things are quite, excuse me, things are quite evenly matched between the two teams as of now.
Sensor on.
See, it's largely an extended roam upstairs. Nick, Archangel, both upstairs trying to waste time. With how previous takes have gone, I assume it's going to be largely a wine take, but they are choosing to go for main breach this time. There is no bandits, there is only the Goyo to waste time after the fact. Since Ace is up on the board, Ace is going to be able to open things relatively quickly. They spot a lot of these Goyo canisters on this side of things. With 2 minutes on the clock, there's plenty of time for them to clear them. They have the vert, they have backside control. Both of these roamers are still upstairs, so if they decide to retake and kill some of these players watching vert, could drastically change things. A minute 40 on the clock. Good takes a lot of damage from main stairs. Traded 1-for-1 as Cryptid's taken down from Nick upstairs. Nick taken down on Fireplace stairs. Traded 1-for-1 once again with Archangel. Archangel playing upstairs. Swings, able to get the pick. Sharp with the pick for zone. Dillian Gibbs still yet to find the board now in a 2v2, minute 15 on the clock. Sharp and Yuri both on this Fireplace side of things, one on breach and one on Fireplace stairs. There are cams watching this. Does, I believe, destroy the bulletproof cam? I did not get to see it. I need to check. It does get the bulletproof and the stationary cam. Mexican Stealth and Cax both sitting here in backside. Stealth worried about the vert above him. Cax just watching a passive angle. Both players still not inside of the site yet. I do not know if there is a Goyo canister still here on the trash bins. 30 seconds on the clock. Both players are now here. Cax misses a shot on the planter. Going to take an engagement with the cover. Does a little bit of damage, but unable to find the cover. Able to take down the planter. Let's see if Cax can back up his word against Sharp. 7 and 2. Inside the snowmobile, doesn't spot him. Sharp able to take down Cax. And Cax unable to clutch things up. Still gets a kill in the round, but too late. As Peek and Panic take 4 on the attack. I think that is relatively... Sorry, I did not mean to hit the mic like that. I think that is relatively expected for Chalet. A little bit of, I think, a good attempt at some of the sites. Ended up winning basement, I believe, just the one time, and winning bar one time. So you'd hope to win one of those at least twice. Unfortunate. But as we go on into the second half, Clash and Mira Band for Kirkaholics, Ace, and Grim Band for Peek and Panic. Very different approaches on this first set of bands. Ace, the most banned hard breacher, most banned operator, probably out of all in the game, maybe second to Mira, but definitely the most banned attacker.
Defenders protect your
And
bombs
Grim,
from being
one of
defused
those
by attackers.
intel ops that can be so pesky. Sharp playing the castle, one of the most powerful ops, in my opinion, in the game. Behind Mira. Sharp, I think he's going to, yes, he's going to double castle off Solar, which leaves big window soft. And just barricaded. It's going to take a little bit of effort from the attack, but if they have a big player window, if they have a player big window, and they have claymores to watch for their run out, which they do, Archangel putting that down now. Could be a power position that gets a little bit of health from the defenders in sight. Dilly and Cryptid playing this blue/library side. Dilly finally with the gun up in an entry position, in an entry engagement. Cax takes a little bit of damage from said Dilly. Almost spots a little bit. Flippy able to ice the Claymore and able to get the kill onto that big window player. That is one of the best counters to Claymores, is being able to freeze them. Or mute jammer them, depending on if you know exactly where it is. Solus and... Nice pick from Nick there. Solus and Tuberel are able to spot and then freeze a Claymore, or Solus and Mute able to spot and mute the Claymore. Library control now taken as Archangel was killed on the run out, but Dilly falls off and Cryptid falls to the library take. Fury here playing on this wall, going to be unable to trick things as the wall is soft. Player runs out K9. Cax on low HP. Closer on the door, Nick is taken down by Sharp. One close, immediate, an instant trade for Cax and Yuri. 400 ping for Nick. Unfortunate. Dilly and Gibbs still yet to find a kill on the board. Stealth possibly going to take an engagement with Dilly here. Could change that. Gib put down to low HP by the flank. Gib finally finds his first kill. Dilly downs one, unable to find his first kill. Gib finds a two-piece to cover his planter. And thankfully it was not 000. Otherwise the downing of the planter could have been disastrous. Kirkaholics win their first attack. They choose to use different beginning sites, which makes a lot of sense. Some people prefer the upstairs site, some people prefer the bar site, some people prefer basement, and those people are wrong. Some people prefer kitchen, and those people need to go to a psych ward.
Attackers need to locate and
It's me.
defuse the
I've
bomb.
started on that site before. Or at least I've played on that site first before. Dilly gonna choose to play this position once again. I feel like things were close enough. They did get the run out and were able to kill the big window player. So that was one hurdle that they had that they were able to deal with. But even with that opening pick, they ended up losing the library hold. Cryptid fell, and Dilly had to fall off. Dilly fell off, guys. No, just kidding. Yuri playing this K9 position aggressively outside. Archangel this time going to use Nomads instead of Claymores. Flippy is still on this Tuberal, which is able to freeze any and all electronics for the run out. Also a C4 on big window. Archangel is the one playing on this again, but not going to play as aggressively on the double window. Choosing to just run straight up fireplace to try and take this mezzanine position. Not going to spot the player mezzanine. Nick gets taken down. Nick's still down, finished through the floor by Dilly. Dilly finally able to get his first kill. Cryptid kills Cax. And Peek and Panic with the 5-3 man advantage could possibly make the rounds go up to 5-3 as well, as Gib and Stealth are working together to get this wall open. Flippy flanking from behind, shoots the drone 45 and chooses to fall off. Cryptid still is playing this bar position. Archangel taking a lot of damage from 45. Cryptid still is here. Could do a surprising amount of damage. To me, it does not seem like they know he's here. Cryptid and Flippy both taking their sweet time. Yuri able to take down one by running out the breach, I believe. Cryptid still here in this faraway position. Archangel going to get swung and is killed as well. Mexican Stealth able to pick up one, possibly going to swing and get a second, but no, Dilly able to get a second up the round instead. Dilly on the board! Dilly and Gib really are just matching one another. Gib had a 2k in the last round, Dilly has a 2k in this round. And they both only don't die in 2 of the rounds. (5-3) now for Peek and Panic against Kirkaholics. One more round before the final bans will come out. If Peek and Panic can pick it up, they will get 1 point prior to the bans, and we'll have to see how the last 3 rounds play out. If not, it'll be 5-4, and the final ban will determine who can get the first point of the game and who will get the remaining 2 points. Trying to place the barbed wire so 45 is not a gap like it was for Kirkaholics. He's possibly going to play this suicide position. He chooses to fall off instead. Looks like Dilly going to be playing and Shark going to be playing upstairs. Cryptid also on the room. Looks like Cryptid's going to go for a spawn peak window just fully opened. I don't think there are any drones on him, so I think that this has largely gone unnoticed. Gib and Cryptid within inches of one another. Who's this player? Is it Stealth? Stealth. Stealth encrypted now inches within one another. I think Cryptid still yet to be spotted. Finally spotted now. Lion scan goes out, but Cryptid sprints away. Flipping now in this suicide position, Cryptid falls all the way back to Big Car Garage. This flank could prove very fruitful for the defense. Also could prove disastrous. Kirkaholics, a minute and 30 into the round. No real control gained so far as they're just now going for blue stairs. It took a long time to clear this blue player. I don't know what they were doing with all of their util. There could be more done. Cax takes a lot of damage from flipping on the DMR. Spots the head of Cax, able to take it off. First pick goes towards Peek and Panic, and once again Peek and Panic on the upswing. Dilly with his third pick of the game. Flippy finally taken down by Stealth. Swinging Vine, Stealth with a second. Stealth with a third! Trades with Dilly. Cryptid is behind. Knows that there is this Nomad here. If he hits this Nomad, could be disastrous for him. And the impact will also give away his position. Is just Yuri on sight. Does a little bit of damage to Archangel, but gives away his position anyways. Gib just choosing to focus on sight. Archangel also choosing to focus on sight. Cryptid has to make a sprint back to Yuri. The last player on site. Will he spot Gib? He does not. Archangel able to drop and take down Yuri in sight. All up to Cryptid now, 45. Put down to 1 HP. Will the cover be sufficient? Archangel watching. Gib able to get the plant down. Cryptid able to take down the planter. Archangel able to run away as well. Cryptid going to get on the case. Not going to stick it though. Tries to get the pre-fire. Does a little bit of a spray. Archangel playing this safe and playing this smart. Cryptid, even though he has his ability, is not using it and just sprints face first into the gun of Archangel. Kirkaholics able to win a close one there. Started off as a 5v3. Tilly is nothing without shields. Says dropout on his wife's account. We will see the final bans come out before the first points are earned in this match. Flores being banned, just as Kirkaholics did on their defensive half. Azami being banned as well. Very common ban. Peek and Panic also chose to ban it. So it is 4 of the same 6 bans, just in a different order. Flores was one of those first 2 bans, and Azami was one of the first 2 bans. Clash was the last ban. We do see them going to return to the site. It was a close fight. If the site player was able to take down one of the players, it would have been an easy win for the defense. Instead, things came down to the wire. No offense to Yuri, former teammate of mine. We do see a quite even kill distribution on the side of Peek and Panic. 2 players, 4 kills, and 3 players all at that 8 to 9 kill range. On the side of Kirkaholics, 4 of them between 6 and 9 kills. Gib the only one lagging a little bit behind. Although going the same amount negative as Yuri. -5 and -5. Gib with 1 assist, Yuri with none. We do see the game once again for the attack. Archangel here to clear this suicide position. Player is right through his window. Doesn't even know it. could have got taken down. That could have been a bad sight for Dilly. Yuri once again going to be playing this bar position. Unable to really get a great position of this Wamai disc. Unfortunately, these Wamais can be shot off, I believe, by the single window in library, so it's always a difficult position to hold this suicide position. Archangel, I think the only one here. Also, I constantly say this wrong. I know it's either Archangel or Archangel. It's probably Archangel, because I think that's like an actual thing. Dilly takes a little bit of damage. Cryptid able to take the head off of Stealth. One of the better players, or the best player, sorry, on the side of Kirkaholics currently. Cryptid, the best player on the side of Peak and Panic. His blue position is still being held once again over a minute and 30 into the round. Sophia tries to take the head off of Sharp. Sharp choosing to play this more passively. Not give things up to the Sophia. Spotted on the drone most likely. There is a softball here. Nick able to take the head off Sharp. Dilly downed as well. Flippy downed as well. Headshot from Nick once again. Down to Yuri and Cryptid this time instead of Yuri and I want to say Sharp. Could be wrong. No, it was Yuri and Cryptid last time as well. My bad, my bad. All down to Yuri and Cryptid. 25 seconds left in the round. They have plenty of execute utility. They still have 2 Candelas in pocket. They still have Sophia's in back pocket that were just utilized. This backstock player is going to be taken down as all up to Cryptid, able to take down 2. Cryptid with a triple in the round. Could possibly go for a 4th and a 5th. 1 player in backstock. Finally, the plant starts to go down very late, but it's on the hatch. Cryptid able to get it for free. And I don't know what the plan was there, but Peak and Panic get their first round. Sorry, not their first round, their first point of the night. And yeah. Yeah, no, I think that the plant spot chosen was because of a lack of time, and if they had a little bit extra time, it's much more difficult for Cryptid to win that. He had to ace to win the round if plant goes down. But then he needed the 4K instead as time ran out. 6-4, 4 Peak and Panic. And Peak and Panic choosing to ban that Flores ends up being dividends for them, able to win that bar, gaining defense finally. And in the driver's seat looking for 3 points on that one. Oops, not what I was trying to do. They do once again have these head holes open here, so not going to be tricking the wall. Looks like it's going... Yeah. Oh, let me... I did not unmute. Hold on. Let me make sure. Okay, now you're unmuted.
Oh, no. We can say I've been here the whole time, too.
Yeah, we can just say that you've been here the whole time. We'll totally do that.
Yeah, I was not asleep this whole time.
I forgot, because you weren't here in the beginning. I had that muted.
I mean, I was here the whole time.
Oh yeah, you were here the whole time. My bad, yeah. Cryptid takes the head off Gibb. Gibb not having the best of games so far. -7 on the night. Nick falls next, and the attack looks like it's going to fall to Peek and Panic once again. Cryptid swings the window wildly. Tries to kill the slant player with C4. Not going to get it off in time. Gets downed. I think Archangel knows he's downed as well, but this is an aggressive position, so you can't risk it. The Warden retakes the position. Dilly with the glasses. Able to shoot the drone.
Have they not droned him out here? I guess they have the Thatcher inside of Library, but this doesn't look like they're droning them.
Yeah, they're both able to fall off into
They're
3v3
out of
on
there.
site.
They're skedaddling.
Yeah, Yuri's still in this aggressive position, 2 minutes down for the defense, and Yuri taken down from from behind. That's why you typically don't see this wall being tripped when the wall is open. 4v2 with 50 seconds on the clock. Case still slant. And plenty of flank potential for the defense. Cryptid, not very much HP. Mexican still at the second in the round. And he needs to get all 5 if he wants to give his team a chance of winning. Knows the player is his fireplace, able to take him down as well. 3k in the round, 15 seconds left. He doesn't have case, he just has to go for kills. Flippy still has one more ice in his back pocket. And it looks like Flippy's going to be the first engagement, most likely. Yeah, and Flippy's able to take the head off stealth. Good halves come out, and map 1 goes in favor of Peek and Panic.
Good attempt from Kirkaholics there. I think looks like a lot of unanswered picks. It's not a lot of. I don't know. I don't want to say not a lot of team play, but they definitely could have benefited from a little bit more. I guess team play, droning for each other, like getting in, like doubling up on people, like. Unanswered trades, unanswered picks, even on the slant window there. Like that is not that's not something they want to do in map 2? Question mark. That was map 1, correct?
That was map 1.
Okay, I've been here the whole time. Yeah, definitely map 2. You'd hope to see more cohesion.
Let me make sure I have that right. Peek and Panic did win that game. Alright, we will be going to break, and we will be back for map 2 on Border shortly. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Gentlemen, ladies, theys, and everyone in between. Welcome to Border.
Second more aggressive map than I know. Chalet is kind of guarded as kind of a Hell in a Cell map. I'm really excited to see Border here. Hope to see. What do I happen to see here? I don't know what I'm hoping to see. A good map of Siege. I know Border can throw a lot of teams off sometimes, just like getting in the building. So here's hoping Kirkaholics don't have that problem. It lends itself to a more aggressive defense with how players like Cryptid were playing last defense on Chalet. Sticking their heads in windows on Ivy. It could be a good defense half for them. The zombie and castle bands coming out. Won't have to worry about long angles for the hallway upstairs. Top east and CCTV can be a bit of a pain to zombies playing them. Yin and Grim really stop Ying is more for rushes, but the Grim can really clear power positions like Canadian, CCTV as well. So we'll see how this turns out.
This saying some creative things in
Defenders
chat.
protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
There's a reason they call them peak and panic.
And they're called, I just allegedly, Kirkaholics.
Yeah, you see the head holes being set up here for West. This is pretty common. You either see a full reinforce or a single reinforce. Yuri playing the bandit means that this wall is probably going to stay closed. If the attack wants to try and push through, they'll probably try and push through the soft wall.
I think Bandit was expecting to bandit trick that wall, and he came over and he was like, "Hey, what the hell? Where'd my reinforcement go?" Is there even a defender inside of CCTV? That's a really important part of the map for them to hold. Oh, there is. Okay. Wait. Am I trolling? Is there not? Top East player? No, there is not. Uh-oh. That's a really important... They have the Valk playing below with the Nitro, but that's a really important piece of the map to give up.
Yeah, they're giving that up largely for free too. Although the Nitro was perfectly placed for a second there. Able to get the pick finally. They know this player is down here. I don't know if they're going to try and clear them. Billy picked off from, I think, Fountain. I don't know exactly where that was. Cryptid falls off east, falls back to this Canadian position. Stealth has all three of his tracks remaining as well, so if anyone is off-site, he should be able to solo them pretty easily. Cryptid does fall off of that Canadian position. His phone call going to give away his position as well. Although Nick seems to not know what's below.
The concern with giving up the Canadian position is that you really don't want the attackers to like find it and then take advantage of it faster than you can. I know it's like, oh, good shot me off the flippy on the player outside radio window. I know it's kind of like a slap in the forehead call where it's like, yeah, you don't want to be too slow on the flank, but if they're able to get to the site before you're able to retake, so they just come with metal. Okay.
Yeah, with that, he did do a little bit of damage to Cax, but does get picked off. Stealth with a great 2 games so far. Gets down, as I say that, caster person. Flippy almost drops the hatch. 30 seconds left. They have these Goyo canisters to pop, and they're going to be able to pop both doors, it looks like. 20 seconds, it'll just fall off. You're going to be able to pop his Goyo as well if he so chooses. But they have the Valk cam on both of these players. They know that the fire is going to still be there, so it's going to just be them swinging into angles. Oh, a little bit of a whiff there from Sharp. Unfortunate. Yuri, Knives Archangel.
He's not worth it. He's not worth the pistol rounds. Those are expensive.
Those are expensive, yeah.
How do you suck with a DMR LMFAOO? Sun was in size. It happens. It's bright in there.
Well, Pig and Panic won either way, so... It might end up being egg on my face if they just can't hit shots this game, but it did win that round.
Unconventional defense, I will say, but it worked out. And it doesn't have to be pretty. It just has to get you the round. Heavy and denial. Sorry, trap heavy, denial heavy setup is what I meant to say. On the bathroom tellers. Smoke to chunk, obviously, for the denial, entry, pit plan, Ari, and Fenrir. There's a call for it. Choose to go for that.
Yeah, one placed upstairs, but all three others placed on the first floor. I do like that it says it on the HUD, so I don't have to go looking for them.
Crypto's gonna have a breath of fresh air at the front door right now. Wait for someone to join them.
Runs out, but just too early. Player, I think that was Nick. Nick just was able to stay back just a second long enough to not get picked off there. Cryptid gonna possibly get another run in with him. As the drone is gonna go by, spots it and able to run away in time. Dilly takes a lot of damage east with an interesting Denari setup. Let's get a look at this. Wow.
What is this? Holy moly. Okay, that is
The one is shot from the player on the balcony. Oops. I don't know what I just pressed. He shot it. He shot it off. Oh no,
okay.
never mind. He did not shoot it off. I thought he shot it off.
Did they? I thought I swore they did.
Oh,
had
yeah, he had one in his pocket. He had one in his pocket.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
Archangel gonna open things up, but Nick is the first one to fall finally.
It's halfway through the round.
Cax takes a little bit of damage there. Ooh. Cax taken down by Flippy. 5v3 now for Peek and Panic. This Deimos is playing aggressive here east. It's gonna be risky though. Uses his uses his first Mexican Stealth first pick for his team in the round. Archangel almost walks into the sight line of Dilly. Dilly runs away just before he gets revealed, probably wisely, as Dilly was on a little bit lower health than Archangel was. Archangel gonna track Capcan now. Able to fall back to sight. Now all four defenders are in sight.
Now the utility brought up a striker. If they have no actual strong util for the execute here, they're gonna have to just gun up. Dropping the hedge is especially dangerous too, because you can't ADS it anymore. Unless there's like 3 people watching the hedge, they drop into a crossfire smoke canister. And Flippy's back on the top floor. Oh, this is not going on attack wanted. Bang. Oh, we got 3 kills coming out. Another round for the Peek and Panic. I'm going to go to a third site here, choosing Vent Workshop over Customs. Not uncommon. The Customs you have to get, it's, I won't say more complicated, but just Vent Workshop is such a simple setup. You just upstairs, reinforce, shoot holes in the floor, call it a day. Pretty radical set of changing their op line.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs
So
as
we
they
have
can.
most of the traps.
Ring healing or shield?
I'm curious to see if the T-Birds will be set up specifically for the Clash or just bring it to sight. I know if you can keep a Clash healthy, just like on its own where the Clash is played, if they have the util to clear it.
Yeah, Flippy going 6-0 currently is so dangerous. Plus Yuri and this healing, this is possibly going to be a very, very difficult round to clear. And Crypt is running out. Once he put down his util, is just going to be a gun, possibly give up his life here for the spawn peak.
Especially on border, it's really important to play the aggressive defense.
Yeah,
A
once
lot of
again,
them have
Cryptid
trouble.
getting a free pick on the open. A peek and panic once again in the driver's seat. Up 2-0, and they have the opening pick in this third round. Could be a full sweep. That's their best player.
Ooh, Cryptid's being accused of being overweight. Snoped. Long aid on you.
There's a lot of chirping in the chat, for sure.
Yeah, both combatants in the all chat fight. Wrong your.
First death for the defense goes out. Flash able to drop the patch. Goya, where was your cover before that? As Archangel able to just get a free pick onto the player dropping the hatch. They have sight, but Cryptid immediately takes down one. Cax the only one left remaining to cover the plant. Gib does get off plant. Cryptid left in a 1v2 now. Against the Ash, does a lot of damage to the Ash. Ash able to just hop out of the building. Cax able to take the head off of Cryptid. And Cax says something that possibly TOS, so I'm not going to repeat it.
Yeah, I've never seen that acronym before. I think he meant to say search and destroy, the classic Call of Duty game mode. But M is right next to it.
Yeah, that is true.
What is going on in the old shit?
Hopefully it's mostly friendly banter. A lot of these people have known each other for 2.5 years in the league. Cax is known to start some stuff.
Remember, folks, take memes and all chat seriously and get into fights with internet strangers and friends.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Interesting. Interesting. It's a good thing they can't get chat banned while they're in the custom game.
That's true. I've never seen anything that would have been caught yet.
Kill yourself? Maybe.
Oh, I didn't see the. Oh, that's rude. Oh, I just got here. My friends them. I missed that one. That's
Yeah. A little bit of banter in the chat still. Flippy is proven mortal, does die in that last round. But 2 3Ks in the previous rounds. Flippy throwing himself. Gonna be playing this aggressive position. In CC this time, they're not gonna choose to give it up like they did last time.
We took ourselves as less water. First pick coming out for Kirkaholics. We traded out.
Yeah, Nick with his first kill in the match. Dilly and Gib once again yet to find the board. For the first, I believe, 6 or 7 rounds, Dilly and Gib both had 0 kills as well. Still.
Sorry. It's not professional of me.
Interesting.
I didn't know is the again Nick very very solo run clearing. It doesn't look like he has any support. But he knows Flippy's below.
Yeah, Flippy already has a pick in the round. C4 goes out. Going to get the pick onto Nick as well. Will Flippy get another 3k to add to his tally? Stealth put down to 1 HP from that C4 by Yuri. Sharp gonna retake Fountain as well off of that. Stealth on 1 HP because that goo mine now. Flippy about to take a gunfight with this Ash. Does not hit Cax. Cax was behind the metal. They know this player is Fountain, but they need to clear him before they can do anything. Sharp able to just run? How is Sharp allowed to run?
He's just playing with his food, obviously.
Finally, Flippy's taken down without having 3k.
Perhaps 2 from Flippy was enough for the team to secure this round.
Yeah, we'll have to see if he can panic and use Flippy to get a 2k or a 3k in order to... Tax takes the head off encrypted. It's now down to just Sharp and Yuri. Sharp's pinned in this corner and is going to be flashed out. Yuri unable to support his teammate, now left in a 1v3. Able to take down Stealth... able to take down Cax, and then able to take down the Ace of Archangel. Just Stealth on 1 HP remaining has Case. Not gonna know where this player is, and Yuri able to take the head off of Stealth. The 3k for Yuri.
I think as long as somebody gets a 3k, they win their defense.
Yeah, apparently Flippy and Yuri combined for 5 kills that round. The rest of their team only have 6.
Huge 3k to clutch that coming from Yuri.
Yeah, and somehow the more orthodox play there by playing CCTV ended up being way closer.
Yeah, great.
So I guess they just figured out don't play CCTV. When they gave it up, it was a pretty free round.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs.
A lot of talking still in chat.
We are over a whole round of it. I think we could be setting a record here.
No, this is far more than a round. The last game, it was a little over a round that they were talking. Drew just carrots them.
Holy. I like seeing them stop the type.
Yeah. Cryptid and Yuri both typing, as you can tell. Dilly Gibbs still yet to find the scoreboard. We'll see if that will change this round. This time Dilly the one with the assists. Last game it was Gibb. Gonna play this east position once again. This time they do not have the Denari. Almost forgot what his name was. Gibb, first pick, able to take down Flippy.
Where is he?
Oh, he killed him into... Wow. Dilly with his first pick as well.
He found the scoreboard. The scoreboard finds him.
Yeah, 4v3 now for Kirkaholics. They have man advantage, but that has not guaranteed the round for them so far this
game. Made his way to the front door to hold the cut.
Yeah, only Stealth and Cax in the building, so it's realistically a 2v3. Archangel and Gibbs still just outside. Finally, Archangel gonna enter.
I don't know how I saw it. It literally wants to set the bomb site. I don't know how I missed that, but they are approaching the bomb site, making their way through workshop and servers.
Cax stopping to type before almost getting swung and killed. Archangel picks up Sharp, gets all up to Cryptid in a 1v3, and gets shit on by Gibb with the sniper once again. Game 2 Gib is real, as Gib gets a 3K in the round? No, 2K in the round.
Yeah, 2. But impact frags, opening and closing kills for his team, I believe.
Yeah. Gib, very valuable in the round and in the game as a whole.
Correct me if
3-2.
I'm wrong here.
Yep.
But I've received information that let me read this out. That Dilly, and you know what? It might not. I realize is not up to date information. Ignore me
Defenders,
because there's a
protect your
delay on the
bombs.
stream. Flippy and Dilly combined for. It's only one kill difference, doesn't it? But Flippy and Dilly combined for as many kills as 4 of the enemies. Is this still true? Does not look to be. No, definitely not. I did a little math in my head, and that is outdated information. My sources to see the picture here. They are still going.
Yeah, they are.
Miracle not spelled like that, but we know what he's saying.
Yeah, no, for my next game, I need to be typing in chat this long in order to break the record of cats.
You gotta go right from the start all the way to the end of second map.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough, but I think if anybody can do it, I can do it.
Is it a different category if it's not like consistent like arguing and shit talking in the all chat? Like it's like the streamer awards have like different categories.
You know, it's a good question. It might be. Oh, Cryptid, once again on this spawn peak, but this time Gib not going to find him.
For some of the walkers across here in CCTV, I think Flippy might have learned his lesson this time.
Cax once again finds Cryptid.
You come and see him typing. That's the best.
Yeah, Sharp finds one, and Flippy and Archangel trade 1-for-1. Well, not trade 1-for-1, but each get a pick each and trade. Yuri with the fire, able to fire up through the ground. Going to reinforce this off and give up all vents and servers.
They do not have the util to actually breach that wall, it doesn't look like. So that's a good follow-up, I think. You now only have to worry about the hatch drop in the hallway and Teller's windows.
Yeah, Dylan not looking at his crossbow. Oh, now I see why he's not looking there. It's because there was Thunder holding it for him.
He's like a spider in his little web here. He knows where everyone's coming from at every moment.
Able to train his gun on one position. Both players whiff just a little bit on the engagement. Able to fall off from a solid state. Takes a lot of damage from Cax, but Cax unable to find Dilly. Archangel also unable to find Dilly. They should know that both players up top, or both players that were up top, have fallen off, and it's just sight now. But with all of A reinforced off, it's going to be them funneling through a few windows and doors. Dilly is low on HP. And Sharp and Dilly both get pinged by Solid Snake. So they know the position of both of these players. Cax able to get Sharp. Dilly able to trade Cax. Yuri takes down Archangel with 10 seconds left, and with Case down, it's all up to Gib. In a 1v2, spots the arm of the player, trades 1-for-1 as Dilly, with one bullet, able to get the headshot. And Peek and Panic get a 4-2 half once again.
Yeah, without an overly aggressive defense too, I think a lot of it's just coming down to the mid round.
Yeah, they did have
Maybe
some
like
of those
having
spawn
the
peaks, but only I think one worked out. Not too much of the pressing of the attack to prevent them from even getting into the building. They just took their time to get in and won in the mid round.
What's new zombie bands coming out? Zombies are really strong on this map, especially holding power positions like Top East, CCTV. There's a band we saw coming out of the
No Mira band.
Kirkaholics. No Mira band. I didn't. If I'm not mistaken, Mira wasn't banned at least for the first 3 rounds of last half, but I don't think she saw play.
Yeah, I don't know if she saw play, but Mira immediately has been brought out for Kirkaholics. It is a very powerful operator, and even though this is so far defender leaning, I think that this Mira is going to make or break whether or not they can deal with it with either Ash or Habana or Kali. 40-year-old saying cat, by the way. That might just be a little bit of an exaggeration.
Yeah, Rook was recently buffed alongside Jaeger. Rook actually gets 5 extra health. I don't know if that makes a difference. Makes it a little safer preps. No reinforcing the 90 wall. Great.
You can see Nick typing in the chat. I don't know. He just stopped for about 10 seconds to type lol.
I'm sure he's saying the right thing at the right time. No, that's a tap. Oh, that's not.
Still typing once again.
I'm gonna need, we gotta download Grammarly here for all chat. That's really important. Like, I'm really disappointed here. This would hit a lot harder if they were spelling it properly.
And the Mexican stealth is just once again sitting stationary in sight.
You know what? The more time you know what? This could be tech. The more time he keeps the attackers talking, the less time they have to pre-place their drones.
That is true. Yuri typing in chat, Cryptid typing in chat, Dilly typing in chat. It's just Flippy and Sharp that are staying alive. Cryptid taken down, Flippy taken to very low HP. And with Cryptid being the first to fall, nobody gets heals. So Flippy on low HP could possibly get this engagement against Nick. But chooses to fall off instead. Oh, almost spots the player through the hatch. Once again, the attack in a big disadvantage. Dilly falls as well. Jury to follow as well. Sharp, the only one with full HP, as the defense cleans house.
Also, it's looking like a much more aggressive defense coming out of the Kirkaholics than we saw from Peak and Panic. We're just letting the other team stall out and working their picks inside the building.
Yeah, if Peek and Panic can read that and choose to just hold some more passive angles, it could possibly be the difference.
Especially making sure.
He should. Oh, okay. He just runs by Metal. Ends up dying to Gib downstairs. Nick was also top Metal when that happened, so. Axe down due to the Rook armor means that it is still a flawless round as of now.
Did he tank the Claymore?
Yeah, with the Rook armor on, you can tank the Claymore. Yeah, tank the Claymore, and
that's
then
an impactful piece of util right there.
yeah. So it could
And
end up
Rook
being
is,
a
Rook
flawless
is
round.
he's on an adventure.
Yeah, no, they are all just
Everyone's
running
going
out of the
on an
building.
adventure.
It's only Archangel and Nick that are staying inside.
He could hit the most devious heist of all time right now and just go plant the bomb.
Yeah, they do have Valk, but everyone is alive, so able to finally take down one. Not going to be a flawless round. The Rook swinging as well, takes a little bit of damage, and Gib able to pick him off. He has wall hacks and still can't get the kill.
You know, it's I got nothing for that one. You gotta win those.
Yeah. Not the greatest gun, but Gib able to get the round anyways for Kirkaholics. Only one death. Sharp takes it in good faith.
It's not. It doesn't seem like a huge amount, but even just making it so even going into your second half down 2 rounds even just getting that one round closer, tied, do a lot for the mental. You do not.
Defenders protect
It
your
is
bombs
not a
from being
good.
defused by attackers.
It's never fun going to. Oh, they're on customs. Okay. It's never fun going to like switching sides and losing your first round when you have already had a round of advantage. This could be really good for the Kirkaholics mental. But
Yeah, I'm very
I got a funny
interested
feeling
to
they're having
see-
fun anyway.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see. This site, like we talked about, not pulled out very often, and when it is pulled out, if you have Ram on the attacking side, it is often very easy to take because Ram is able to get almost all of the vert you need on this site without even having to enter the building. They are not going to bring the Ram?
There's a bit of a weird spread on your defenders, in my opinion. I think it's like you'll hold more, I guess, more common positions. I want to say when you're defending something like bathroom towers or a workshop. Here, you're obviously holding CCTV, but kind of want the more aggressive hold because you're holding the more aggressive armory hold. Because you hold your top floor kind of similarly to how you would if you were actually playing the top floor site. But then you also have the jail door, jail wall that comes up pretty close to the site. There is a good bit of if they get even just like a little bit of CCTV control at the B. Watch your first open the wall, passport, right into site, run out from CAX. IQ for the Valk on the board is a big pick. And a Fender.
Yeah, typically you see here, this is where Aurora is played, because you can Aurora this, and you can't be shot through the wall just like that was by the Rook of Gib.
It's true. It's possible that if Gib is giving this up, if they can clock that, they can get that wall open.
Yeah, I don't think they've spotted the Valcam in break room. Or the Fenrir. They don't have the Ram, which I don't like, but I don't dislike it as well. There's a time and a place for Ram. Cade gonna get taken down by Yuri on the hatch. Nick taken low as well through the wall. And the defense not looking very strong. Nick doesn't even have armor. His armor is not picked up. Nick taken down by Cryptid on the Monty at Flippy down. So it is a practical 3v2 right now, but you're able to take down one. Get close and downed and picked off by Yuri. Yuri able to take off both the head of the Valk and the Rook.
Huge round coming out of Yuri there, but a good attack overall from them.
I don't think we're going to see them go back to that site this half.
They okay, they switched to Event Workshop. Looks like they were having a bit of a discussion there.
Yeah, they are definitely a little focused on the chat over the gameplay.
That's that's the is it week 6 or 7 this week?
Good question. I think it is week 6.
This is the all chat is their real week 6 matchup.
Yeah, it is week
That's what they're
6.
here
Your
for.
bombs from being defused by attackers.
Wait, no, all chat zingers, yeah. Shoot.
We'll see if everybody...
It's spelt in their name properly. We're running out of excuses here for these spelling mistakes.
Yeah. What the fuck?
You know what? I would probably miss it.
Yeah, well, one of the interesting interactions is that... oh wow, Skopos cannot wear Rook armor. And Skopos cannot be downed. So, the Rook armor does not help Skopos here, so there will be an extra armor in the pack no matter what.
Are you able to pick it up again if you get that?
No, you're not. Oh, they choose to just knife it.
Attack, get it. So this is for home team only, boys.
Yeah, they've only used 2 of their reinforcements, by the way. It is 30 seconds into the round. They've only used 2 of their reinforcements.
Who needs those silly things? I haven't seen a single wall bang, so maybe they're just not worried.
Yeah, I guess so. They do bring the ram this time on the vents attack. We still have Nick and Stealth here on the top floor, as chat is still going crazy a minute into the round.
It was the first pick on the rook. And then a second pick on the teammate.
Nick able to one-tap Dilly. Does a lot of damage but gets down. Cryptid able to take down the second as well. All up to Cax and Archangel. Question mark in the chat against Stealth, as he's having a much worse game 2 than game 1. The drone does spot Archangel. They should know he's here. Archangel gonna get wall banged. And they drop the hatch to try and kill him as well, but he's able to fall back to Harry Potter. Cax able to pick up 1 upstairs. Throwing the question mark back in the chat.
This would not be the first 2v3 clutch for defense that we've seen this map.
Yeah, Sharp able to get the plant down. Sharp also going to get killed by the player on metal stairs. It's all down to Flippy, who does not have a direct line of sight on this case. If they're able to get to the case, the cover might just be able to hold them. There's a little bit of damage to Cax. Oh, but he does. What is happening? 16 seconds left. He's off case. Why are you off case? Just defuse. And runs out of time. Oh, and Flippy knifes him as well. Unfortunate.
I don't want to call it a horrible misplay, but I think I have to call it. It was a horrible misplay there. I think you definitely have to stick that defuse.
Yeah, from the 3v2 to the 1v2, there's got to be better coordination between your teammates in that point.
And the comeback was right there too. Like they picked up their 2, brought it down to 2v1. Like use that smoke to potentially even get on the plant, one person ready to cover, but
yeah, Peek and Panic already have 4 points on the night, and it's pretty early. Only an hour 45 into this. And if they get one more round of the next 3, they get 6 points on the night. Kirkaholics will get none, which is pretty devastating for their standings, if I'm not mistaken. Kirkaholics are in last place with 8 points. So if Peek and Panic are able to get all 8 points, that puts them at 23 points, which is, I think, enough to secure them for the playoffs. I could be wrong on that.
To locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
They might need 1 more point in order to secure the playoffs for sure. It'll depend on the Marlboro men's game this week. So this could be massive for Peek and Panic. If they're able to win this round, that could be the difference between securing playoffs now and having to wait a week for playoffs.
doing some aim-labs grid shot here. He has not put a single Goyo down. He picks, he's picking Goyo for the gun.
Yeah, 4 in pocket, down by 3 rounds. I think that's the case. Does a little bit of damage. Cryptid hopes he gets a 3K, but not a 4K, so he goes even.
Oh, he's prone under the desk. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. He could have to play here. Hold on a
think he
second. The
does.
Ash walks by him unaware of his presence. This could be huge for the defense.
3 of them are in here too. Able to get one. Oh, does a little bit of damage, but he gets shot in the back. Sorry, I did not mean to pull up that menu. Flippy taken down, Sharp able to pick one up as well. And it looks like it's all in favor of Peek and Panic. Practical 3v2 right now as Flippy, I think, is revivable outside. Yes, he is. Nick's still off-site, Archangel. Only one near site right now, as Nick has to go through a barrage of drones in order to get back to site.
No plant coming out quite yet, though.
Ash could swing ready. Oh, what a flick!
Oh,
What a shot from Nick!
He got fried! Oh my god. They might not get the round, but he got the clip.
Yeah, that's going in my personal clips. That is one hell of a flick. And it's down to Archangel and Nick in the 2v3. They have to deal with a Claymore, 2 players on Repel, and a third way outside. 1 player already taken down, a second downed, and Flippy with the 2K to win things out. GG's come out in the chat, and that pretty much secures Peek and Panic into the playoffs.
It's I think maybe potentially a little less time in the alt chat, a little bit more time setting up site, putting down utility.
Yeah,
But
4
I think they
Goyo
were there
canisters
hunting
in
for support
pocket.
the alt chat more than anything.
4 Goyo canisters in pocket is a choice, that's for sure. And with that, Peek and Panic possibly securing their place in the playoffs. The yapping is indeed crazy. That game going 7-3 to Peek and Panic. And I guess for the fun of it, I might as well pull up the map veto info for y'all while we try and get an interview. You're asking Dilly for an autograph.
That's true. Dilly was subbing in this match.
Yeah, that was occurring. How many messages sent between stealth and encrypted? Question asked.
Over under 123.
More than 3, says Nick. Flippy says sure. I don't know if that means he's doing it or not. We'll have to find out in just a
I
moment.
think it does. Welcome, Flippy.
Yo. Excited to finally get 6 points.
Yeah, welcome, welcome. I think with that puts you guys on 21 points.
Woo.
And that nearly secures your guys' place in the playoffs.
That's what we were hoping for today. We knew we needed 6, and we figured this team is the weak mental cope. We're just here for fun team. So we know if we got the ball rolling, pretty easy to keep it going.
Yeah, you guys definitely are going to beat Kirkaholics out in the playoffs. So they will be below you guys, guaranteed. Marlboro Men could win 12 points, as far as I'm aware. No, they cannot. They only won 2 points. So Marlboro Men are on 12 points. Max they can get is 18. Kirkaholics max they can get is 20. So you guys sitting at 21 points means you guys are guaranteed in the playoffs.
Hey, guaranteed playoffs.
That is brain math. I could be wrong, but
Hey, I'll
I'm
take
pretty
it.
sure.
I'll take it.
So you
I'll
guys
take it,
guaranteed
man.
into the playoffs now. You guys have a positive round differential. You guys finally won 6 points in a week. How does it feel?
Feels great, man. I'm hoping to learn how to play some proper Siege from Nick maybe later in the week. Up my game. Maybe Dilly will teach me how, but no, it was great. Dilly as a sub was just fucking amazing. I would just be like, "Yo, Dilly, can you just play here?" And he'd play there. Um, our style, like we're trying to find our style because we got the lurkers, we got the natural lurkers on our team. Our team name probably should have just been Rats or whatever, but we were trying to get him to like our attacks. We do good on our attacks, but they're not fundamentally sound. Nick is right. Our attacks are not fundamentally sound in Siege, but oftentimes if you have a TBI league team, sometimes the fundamentals can hurt you a little.
Yeah, you guys went 4-2 on that attacking half on Chalet, if I'm not mistaken.
I think on both.
Yeah, you went
We
4-2
didn't get
and
to do all of them on
4-2.
order.
Yeah.
We got 3 on boarded though. Probably would have got it.
Yeah, so you guys started off hot on that attack. Going into that second half of map 1, it felt like you guys were in a groove. You guys did not have to have Dilly firing on all cylinders, dropping a 20 bomb. You didn't have to have a super sub in order to win. And I feel like that's a statement towards your guys' team.
Yeah, no, I'll actually be real. So Dilly, I don't know if you know this big narrative that I subbed onto his team and threw. I want to say Dilly sent me "What goes around comes around," and I just now pull up the chat and I see Psycho saying Dilly's following the script. So might have to get some. I know I just sang his praises, but might need to get some investigation on that guy. Y'all see the knife? That was a cold knife.
that was very funny to me. We were both kind of just like, what is the defense doing here in the moment? But that was a hype knife.
If I had to guess, it seems like they gave up when they went customs. But I don't know. I'm just happy to get 6 points.
Yeah, and you guys go against Chunka's Disciples. That will determine seeding. You guys are on 21 points. They're on 20 points. That's your guys' last match.
Man, I heard they lost their best player, but he's back and he's still hot. He is the king though. I can't even lie. So it should be a good match.
You want a match fix?
Oh, I'm down. We could make it like some WWE type shit.
All right.
I'll have my people talk to your people.
I'll let Stealth get in the interview.
Yeah, GG's. That determines seeding for you guys. I know that my team still has to play this week, so there's a chance that my team could get second. My team could get 5th or 6th.
Yeah.
So it'll be dependent on our game this week, but still it's going to depend on seeding.
I wish y'all luck.
Thank you.
But yeah, GG's, and thank you for casting. I appreciate it.
GG's, and let's get Stealth in here for.
Can we drag all of them? I want to see.
I mean, we can just join Jen
down there.
We can just join.
Yeah, I gotta know what's going on down there.
All right, let's go join Jen.
Hello, everybody. Has gone mobile. We're here now.
Why would you do it here?
Because you guys were all in here. We thought you guys.
That's not the point. I was waiting for you.
He just want to talk.
No, this is going to be way
more.
Go back
to the casting time.
No,
go back to the
fighting. Keep fighting. Discord general voice chat is a stand your ground state.
Keep going. No, you know what? Fuck it. Fine, whatever. I guess if you want to go there, do it. Ask your questions.
I'll just be ball.
Ask your questions. And I'm gonna answer 100% truthfully. So if it breaks TOS, my bad.
All right. So map 1, you guys were on defense first, if I'm not mistaken. And you guys started off going 2-4 on that map. And I know that map is somewhat attacker favored. It depends on who's playing it, obviously. Going into that half down 2-4, were you guys feeling like you guys could still win at that point, or where you guys just like, all right, we just gotta scrap whatever rounds together we can.
On what map? Border?
No, on the first map when you guys went
The
down.
first map?
When you guys went down 2-4 on defense.
I'm not gonna lie to you. First map, I've seen Flippy play every single fucking strat, and I've seen every single thing he does. He knows two things. Not dissing Flippy, I love Flippy, but when you go for backside multiple times, and when you try to go for a sense plant all the time, it's fucking predictable. Called every single thing he did.
I still lost 3-7 though.
Hey, how about you shut your bitch ass up? Nobody's talking to you, right?
We're not here to speak, Crypt. We're here to listen.
It was 7-4, not 7-3. But map 1, you guys end up pulling out a few rounds. You guys won 2 attacks, 2 defenses, and you guys ended up losing. And then going into map 2 on border, first half kind of expected. It's an aggressive defensive team, so they started off 4-2, and you guys go into the defensive half, and you guys pull out your second site as customs. And Flippy in his interview said that was you guys selling and giving up at that point. Was that the vibe in the chat or in the call at that point?
At that point, no. You want to know when we didn't give a fuck? When they let me start typing. They said, fuck it, Stealth, say what you want to say. Who gives a fuck? At that point, we're like, you know what, fuck it. We're just going to run at people. We don't give a shit anymore.
All right. Well, you guys got some opening picks and opening frags, just unable to finish off some of those executes and unable to win some of the clutches that you guys were placed in. You guys lost a 1v3 on the attack and then the 2v1 on the defense. So going into this last week, you guys will have 10 points, and there is still a possibility of you guys getting into the playoffs, but it requires my team, City Boys, to lose both games 0-7. And you guys have to win 7-0, basically. So do you guys feel like that there's a chance of you guys still making it into the playoffs?
Do I feel like it?
Yeah.
Shit, man, we going day by day.
Can't lose a round.
Yeah, so
hey, can you mute the stream? Can you mute the stream? Can you mute the stream real quick? Can you mute the stream real quick? Because I'm about to break TOS hard right now.
Yeah, I can mute it.
Thanks for casting, Shipper.
Thank you. All right, so I've just checked my math, and we have to lose all but 2 of our rounds in order for you guys to have a chance to make the playoffs. So if you guys get 6 points, win 7-0, 7-0, and we lose 7-0, 7-1, then you guys are in the playoffs. Or 7-0, or 7-1, 7-1, either way. So you guys have a very slim chance, so definitely watch out for the game Sunday night. And that will determine if you guys are still are in the running for the playoffs or not. Appreciate all of you in the call for the interview. I'm going to move back over to Caster. All right. Let's move back over to Caster's chat.
Okay, so maybe not my best idea.
That has been week 6, game 2. Peak and Panic versus Kirkaholics. Peak and Panic securing a spot in the playoffs. Kirkaholics are out. Marlboro Men are... a few rounds away from being knocked out. And I don't care about the other group. So we will see you all in the next game. Don't know when that's going to happen. Don't know if it's a meaningful game or if it's a meaningless game.
There's like 3 games on Sunday at the same time. Oh, no, one got moved. Okay.
So Sunday night, be prepared for the City Boys versus Hiroshima Suns game. If Hiroshima Suns completely wipe us, then there is still a chance for Marlboro Men to make the playoffs. They have to win 7-0, 7-0 practically in order to, well, something around there. Something around there. Anyways, Kirkaholics knocked out. Marlboro Men, maybe. City Boys,
Teetering on the
maybe.
edge.
Tachanka's Disciples are guaranteed locked in. Peak and Panic are guaranteed locked in, and Hiroshima Suns are guaranteed locked in. All down to City Boys and Marlboro Men as to who gets the last spot. City
match.
Boys just need 2 points in the Hiroshima Suns game in order to be locked into the playoffs. Or, sorry, 3 points. 3 points to be locked into the playoffs. 2 points to be virtually locked into the playoffs. And that will be all from us. If you have any closing remarks you would like to say.
No, I'm just, you know what? It was, there's a lot of all chat.
A lot of chat, yes.
If the fighting in the server wasn't, if the siege being played wasn't exactly, the all chat was better most rounds. I'll just say that. I think, especially towards the end. Thank God all chat was turned.
Yeah, thankfully. That has been Peak and Panic versus Kirkaholics. Week 6, Game 2. We will see you all later. Adios.